welcome to another episode of Raivision Dialogue. And today I'm going to speak to a very interesting person, and she lives all the way in Switzerland. Her name is Swasti Bheekha Bolay. And first of all, let me welcome Swasti. Welcome to Raivision Dialogues.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
All of you.
I know a bit about you. We had a little chat, and but other members and people who have joined us, and people who are going to watch this recorded video later, probably they don't know you as well as they would want to. So please introduce yourself first. Who are you? Where are you born? Where do you live now?
Yes. Oh, first of all, I want to thank all of you who are here to listen to me, and thank you, Dr. Rai, to invite me on your platform. Yeah. So I am Swasti Bolay Bheekha. I'm born in Mauritius, the south of Mauritius, and grew up over there. And now, for many decades, I'm settled in Switzerland. Here I'm married. I have 3 children, and working in the health field, and always in relation with people. Yeah.
And I understand you live in Geneva.
Yeah, near Geneva.
Near Geneva, yes.
Yes.
Now, let's go right into it. Like many of us, we did not know much about Girmit or indenture when we were growing up. And for me, it was not until 1987 that I started to search my ancestral home in India. So what was that trigger point for you to start searching for your ancestors?
Yes, you know, when I was in Mauritius, as we are in the Indian background, you know, all my family is Indian. We speak Hindi in school also. We learn Hindi and so on. Okay. As long as I was in Mauritius, this question does not matter to me, you know, because we know where we are from, because where our family are, you know. So when I come here, in the first years also, this did not, question me, who I am, where I am, and so on. And here, but after, I think, 2 decades, maybe, this question started to, pointed to me, you know, because when you are here I'm in a foreign country, and so people see you are different, you know, and I question you where you come from. But I used to say, yes, I'm from Mauritius. And here in Switzerland, as many people travel a lot, so they know where is Mauritius. Okay. But some people knows that some people see that I am an Indian style. No. So some people tell me, but you are Indian. Yes. But sometimes when I have to say, I'm from Mauritius, but Indian origin, you know. But many people say, yeah, it's okay, you are Indian origin, but where from? So I don't know. Many times I answered by I don't know, you know. And this, yeah, so satisfied me. It was okay. But more and more with a global social media, when we see every person is looking for the search, you know, in this I think in this period where we say we are one, we are globally one, all people is the same, and at the same time everyone is looking for the roots, you know. And once there was something who had hit me really very, very deeply. It was an Indian itself, a South Indian itself, who made me realize that I did not know my origin, where I come from, you know. I still remember I was in London for a business meeting, and there I met some Tamil, some South Indian, you know. And every event they do, it's a World Tamil Organization, you know. As I am Hindu, I am not a Tamil, because in Mauritius, it really it's very distinguished. It's a Tamil or Indian, you know. And I find myself exclusive in it, you know, out in the. And in a message, I just told this guy that I will go once in India, and I hope one of my ancestors will be a Tamil, so that I can introduce in your group, you know.
Okay, Swasti, which year was this? Which
it was 3 years back, you know.
3 years,
That's
okay.
a very long time, yeah, 3 years back. It was 2018.
Okay.
And you know, it was a magic word, ancestor.
Okay, let me take it through the first journey, right? In 2018, you decided that you are going to go to
I
India.
decided, yeah.
What did you actually do? What did you do? So, you know, before you got on the plane to travel to India, what did you actually do before that?
Yeah, but when this, I just finished this, when this word ancestors come, and it has become like a very present decision to go to India, effectively to find out, you know. But when I booked my ticket, it was not really for the roots research, because I did not know anything. Okay, it was for business. So I have been there, but even 2 days before, because I know no one over there in India. Many people tell me here, what are you going to do there alone, and so on. Okay, but really 2 days before I took the plane, I was asking for myself, what are you going to do there? Really, you know? So I said, no matter, I'll go, I'll see what will come to me, and just that. And when I arrived in Bombay, I was there just for 2 weeks, you know. I visited many places just for two days like that. And there I met Dilip Giri, you know. It was sometimes social media is really very magic and powerful, and we don't know how sometimes we get connected to people, and the people get connected, and we come to know and to join each other. It was just 2 weeks. We started to chat on the Facebook, and I just tell him, yeah, I'm coming in 2 weeks. I'm coming in India. Okay. So he just told me, I can come to meet you. Yes, why not? Because I like when I travel to be in contact with person I have been in contact on Facebook, no? Because we do create these contacts to meet people, to share and so on. So when he came from Calcutta and to Bombay, and when we met, when he saw me, so he asked me where I come from, you know. I started to say, yes, I come from Switzerland, but I'm born in India. I'm born in Mauritius. And he told me, so if you are born in Mauritius, so your ancestors may be here. So he started to relate to me all the history of my ancestors. And again, the word ancestors hit me, you know. So I said, why not? But next time I come with all my documentation, all my documents, and we will go together to find out. Okay. Fortunately, also by Facebook, I got I said, someone of my relatives have already done all the documentations, you know, that we can have. We have got the first the certificate, the birth certificate of the first person of my ancestors born in Mauritius. Okay, in this certificate we have all the details where our ancestors are.
Okay,
and I get this also from social media, from Facebook. And then first time I went on 2018 November, and 2019 March. In the March, I go back again in India, and now with papers. And with Dilip Giri also, we have done many researches over there. We have gone, he had traced, has said roughly where it's situated, you know, on Google and so on. But when we have been there, when we have traced our journey, we have gone to Varanasi. And from Varanasi, we have booked a car, and the car had bring us. But the road was not direct, you know. It's not like here you put the GPS and he brings you there. But things are very, very different over there. We have been in many how say CM offices in the Thana, in the district, and so on. You know, I think we have been in 4 or 5 offices there before arriving in the village. You know,
where is that village located?
Dewa, it's in Ballia.
Okay.
Yeah, Ballia, in Dewa, in little village. Okay.
Yes.
For there, it's little village. For us, it's not very little village. It's very, very big, you know. And we arrived there. It was quite in the evening. Yeah. We have met, and many officers have we met a schoolmaster, you know, and the schoolmaster received us at his home. There was also his father there, and we started to speak about my research, you know. But when I arrived there, it was I said it was in the evening. I cannot realize really, because the way was very, very long, very tough, very long. I cannot realize at that time I have touched the earth of my ancestors, you know. And then
what was the feeling like when you, first of all, when you reached there, the ancestral land, and how you felt, and when did you actually meet your relatives there?
Yeah, I come to that. But you know, we are, as I said, we have so much travel, so much. When I come, I cannot really realize, you know. And I told them, they were very happy. They were very astonished. They were very, how said, cannot believe I have come so far, you know. Nearly 4 generations after, I remember my ancestors, and I come here. They were more grateful, more, how said, their feelings were more great than me, you know. And then I told them, but next time I will come with all my family, you know. And really, I go back, Then in the same year, December 2019, we go back. But in the middle, the journey was really very beautiful. This was a beautiful, how said, the beautiful time of the journey, because knowing where my ancestors, the objective was to know where my ancestors have been born, where he has played, where he have grown, okay? But arriving there, I said to myself, that cannot stop here, because the feeling was very deep. Why I was doing all this research, and we cannot stop there. And then I discussed with Dilip Giri, and we decided to do the foundation, the Girmitya Foundation.
Before we talk about the foundation, I'd like to know, and I think the audience would like to know, the village in Ballia where you went.
Yeah.
How are the people related to you? Are they from your dad's side or your mom's side? Your Aji or Nana Nani?
Yeah, it was on my dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah, dad's side. But I must tell you, I wasn't there to look for relatives. First of all, to have seen to have been to the village was sufficient for me for the time. It was that because it was looking for relatives. For me, my relatives are in Mauritius, from 4 generations. But it's not impossible to find relatives. But to find relatives for me is that this must take many time. It will be very long, because we must have to discuss with person. We must have discuss over there. I must also find out with my grandparents, sort out all the souvenirs, all that they related to me, and so on. This cannot be done in one day, But when we created this foundation, we have done a mahotsav, at the same time in December, mahotsav. And after the mahotsav, we go to the village again with all my family.
Okay.
And there was a deep feelings. And at that time I felt, yes, I am from there, because all the people, came to meet me. There was an event organized there with the local people, organized an event. And when you come from here, from Switzerland, sometimes we travel a lot. No one come to receive you at the airport.
Yeah.
Because you are it's very independent here. But when you go there, in the front of the village, when you see you are received with band bata, and you're received with authorities. All the authorities were there. When we are received with all the people gathered for the event, there you feel you're at home. I have not go to search a relative, but I feel as if I have got a whole family over there.
Well, the whole village became your relative.
Yeah, my family. Yes.
Swasti, I'm conscious of time.
Yes.
We'll talk more about it in another dialogue. Now, let us get to Dilip Giri and the Girmitya Foundation. You are a very prominent member of that foundation. Please tell a bit more about the foundation and the work, your role and the
Yeah.
projects you're doing.
Yes. And after that, I said we decided to create this foundation, you know, and so that and then I see that many people are also in search of their roots. Okay, and when we created that, the objective is also to let people, because many people they have just in mind, you know, but it's not in practical. Yeah, many yes, and that's why we created this. Okay, and then together with that we have also put many objectives on that, because we have seen also the youngsters do not know about Girmityas, even in Mauritius and even in India also. Because when we did our first events in Kolkata, there we noticed many persons doesn't know. This is one aim also, to let people know about Girmitya histories. You know, I think all of us who are working for Girmityas have the same objectives. You know, to let this part of history be known worldwide. Okay, and also our objective is also to along with that to make awareness about our culture, because I can say it frankly, for 20 years I said yes, I'm Indian, but I was not so close with my culture, because here in Switzerland there's not many things that reminds you are Indian, you know, with many festivals and so on. And as in Mauritius, we celebrate all things. And now, in connected with my roots, I have been able to learn also more about all the rituals, all the culture, all the all these rituals that we have.
What does your family think about connecting?
Yeah, but they're very proud. Especially my mom is very proud, because she's also very dedicated in the in committees, in the sabha, you know, and yes. But you know, as I said, in Mauritius, people know they are from Mauritius, but just this, you know. But many people are very proud, yeah. And now many people are getting connected to me, and find a way.
I will, Swasti, I will put the link to your website on this video. I think we're having some little issues with your video. I don't know whether it's from my side or your side. Now we got only a few minutes to go. What are your thoughts? What do you say to people who are trying to search the roots in India, and also people who would somehow want to get connected with the Girmitya Foundation? What is the message for them?
The message is that if you really want to go for the search for the ancestors, it's how say it, do it really by your heart, you know. And also we are here to help, we are here to guide, we are here to also guide you in all the process to have the first documentations, because many people don't know how to have the first documentation, so that to go forward. Okay, and also we have two options. We can guide people online, you know. People can come in India, and we can guide them, and also we can go with them also if they want.
Okay, we have got some 10 to 12 million descendants of Girmityas, intentioned Indians living around the world.
Yes.
Quite a few of them are searching. So as many people who can help them search ancestral root is better. I'm glad we've got another person and another organization in India itself, which is doing that. Before we finish the session, when you talk, time passes very, very quickly.
Yes.
Your final thoughts on what we've discussed today before I invite other guests today to have their comments on what we have discussed today.
My final thought is when you get this this inspiration, when you have this I don't know how to say it, this deep feeling that you want to go for it. Yeah, because there is a way. When we always say, when there is a will, there is a way. You know this. And it's a very deep and it's very satisfaction feelings when we get it and when we go through it. And I would like to thank you to giving me the opportunity to my journey.
Thank you, Swasti. I think we have just started our conversation. We're going to have many more conversations in future. I'm glad you took that journey. 3 years ago, my first journey to India to search for my identity, my home. My ancestors started from London in 1994. Today I'm glad I found all 4 ancestral homes in India of my Nana Nani, my Aja Aji. And now you as a younger person, I was quite young when I started my search, probably younger than you. And there are many younger people like you, even younger than you. They are embarking on this search, especially people who we describe as twice banished. I'm thrice banished, but some of us are twice banished. All of us on the program today is Rattan Bhai, Ashok ji, and Pramodh Bhai. We are all twice banished. That is the people who are living away from where our Girmitya ancestors were living. So you are also a beacon of hope to others who are thinking of doing the same search. So thank you for sharing your journey with us. And now I'm going to invite one by one, once again, in order where people have joined us, so that I don't end up discriminating anybody. So the first person was Rattan Bhai from Wellington, New Zealand. Please share your initial thoughts on what Swasti has just told us.
Thank you, Swasti, and also Ram. Hello, Ashok Bhai and Pramodji. I hope you can hear me. Thank you very much for sharing your journey in finding your roots. Every time I hear a story and somebody who has been successful or has tried, even for that matter, I get very emotional, because for me, the journey started many years ago while I was a kid. I always wanted to. I said in my lifetime, if I ever want to go anywhere, I want to go to India to look for my ancestors' place. However, the final that I managed to start the journey was in 2006, late 2006, 2007. I had done some preparations. I had read about how to get there and had the details of my ancestral village. We're not very far from where you were, Ballia. We are from Basti. So it's not too far. Um, and it's good to see, the way you have, you found your ancestors' village. I did too, but unfortunately I didn't find any relatives. I was not out to look for the relatives, but like your experience, the whole village accepted me the same way, the same welcome and all. They did a great puja, a gram puja as my entry into the village. And then Mahamrityunjaya, which was about, I think, 5-day puja they did in a grand way. So, and then after that, I have been in links every day, every often, so often, been to a couple of weddings in the village, done many trips, over 12 or 15 trips. And it's part of my life now. The village is my village. So that's a good feeling. And I have since helped many people, two of them successfully, to find their village and relatives. And that was very, very exciting and rewarding for me. So thank you, Satish. And I'll be happy to connect up and be part of a group to assist in the global, for our global Indians to find their roots.
Thank you, Rattan Bhai, for sharing your journey as well, and for offer of help. You're always supporting our dialogues. Please keep on doing that, and I will send you email. One day, we'll have a longer session with you.
Yes, that's just on the background there. That's my grandfather from Basti village.
Yes.
He sits, over my office.
Great. And now I invite Ashokji from New York. Ashokji, just for introduction to Swasti, is a former president of GOPIO, Global Organization of People of Indian Origin, and presently he's the president of Indian Diaspora Council based in New York. And I let Ashokji take over from here and share his thoughts.
Thank you, Satish. Firstly, I want to commend you, Satish, on starting this dialogue and initiating many pioneering projects which identify our journey, which help us connect, and which help us to know each other. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm sorry. My screen just went crazy. My name is Ashook Ramsaran. I'm third generation, born in Guyana and of Indian parents. And I migrated to the United States when I was a younger age, and I've lived here for quite a long time, raised my family. I've always been involved with our diaspora, Indian diaspora, especially the descendants of those who are indentured laborers from Fiji, Mauritius, Reunion Island, which is the French side, and South Africa and the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, we are 12 countries with significant Indians scattered all over, depending on the plantations that where they were needed. And we speak 4 languages, primarily English, and then there's Dutch, which is Suriname side, and Spanish, which is the Belize, former British Honduras, where the 1857 uprising exiles were put. And then there's the French side, which is Martinique, Guadeloupe, and French Guyana. But we share the same history, the same inspirations, the same goals of wanting to know more and retaining our heritage, our culture, and religion, which sustained us throughout those dark days from 1838, in some cases 1834, and in Reunion Island, 1827. So we are also on our second journey, and we have come to United States, Canada, and Europe. And this journey is really fascinating because everything builds on what our ancestors did. And I'm happy to see you are in Swasti, Geneva. It's a very nice city. In fact, I like Switzerland. I've been there several times, and Zurich and Appenzell up in the mountains. So it's a wonderful place to really reflect and think and film movies. So I'm here in the United States, and I do a lot of community work. I'm involved in New York City, New York State, and federal government on bridging our identity, getting our peoples represented in our different communities, and to bring some of the things to the forefront. For example, you may be aware that there is a quite a devastating hurricane which affected New York. The first time this has happened in such destructive way. And many people of Guyanese origin are affected. Some of them died, 13 of them. So we are holding our vigils, and we are asking the government to step in. In fact, the President of the United States will be here tomorrow to visit those families. It's so tragic. In addition, we are on 9/11, which is a 20th anniversary on Saturday. On Friday evening, we have a remembrance for the 24 Guyanese who were killed in that. So we are doing many, many things that bring us together, connecting us, and we have an active corridor of information to the Caribbean as well that keep us in line. So it's quite busy.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing your journey, Swasti.
Thank you, Ashokji. Our condolences to those families who have lost their lives recently due to the floods, and also our thoughts will be in New York in few days' time, and we'll be watching that.
I have a question, maybe a comment on Swasti's remarks. There are many people of Indian origin who are written about in Mauritius, who have written about the history. I also know that the Gandhi Institute has some of the best records of people.
Yeah. Yes.
Including their ancestry, their even photographs. And it's been used as a model for us in the Caribbean to start digitizing and recording our history, our journey for those people. Yes, it's one of the best. And there is Sarita Budu and Mahino Chana, who have been pioneers in this diaspora of Mauritius. And the France has accepted quite many of people from Mauritius because of their closeness to the history and the language. And we have IDC branch in Paris, which has many people from Mauritius.
From Mauritius, yes.
Yes, Mahin Punswami and others. So if you do need to connect with it, France is your neighbor in Switzerland. So if you do need
I know, I have heard about Gopio, and I even, hello?
Yeah. Go ahead. I think Vishnu probably has joined us. So
Okay.
yes,
go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying I have learned about Gopio, And someone, I think the president in Mauritius, Mrs. Ram.
Kriti Ram.
Yeah, Priti Ram. Asked me to join as president for Switzerland, but it was 2 years ago, no. But at that time, I did not know anything about Gopyo. I did not know many things, and I was focused on the Girmitya, And I told her I need some time because I cannot focus on two things at the same time, And I know also Ramchandra Lakshman.
Yes.
Lakshman of South Africa. Yeah, the prince, the king. Yeah. He joined also in the Girmitya Foundation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So if you do need to connect with people in Paris, I have those connections. And Mohin Punswami is of Tamil descent, and he'll be living in Paris. He's very close to the Indian community there, particularly the Mauritian community.
Mauritian community, yeah, of course. Yeah. Thank you.
Ashokji and Swasti and everybody else, I think what we'll do, we'll have a session. I said I offered the same thing, Ashokji, when I had a conversation with you. Let's organize a session where we can network with the people we know. The whole conversation could be around networking with each other, and I can have quite a few people, up to 50, 100 people joining. But if we have 20, 30 people networking, and slowly we can build this network. For now, we've got Pramodh. If you want to say something. Yeah,
I was on road for over 5 hours, so I was not able to listen to the whole conversation because my phone was on silence. But whatever you people are doing is great. Today I have got pleasure to have with me my son, Prashant Rai, who is also in a media company here. He's CFO of one of the companies, and I want to get him involved as well. He was listening, though. He's very busy to present the financial report, but still, I'll just let him, just get engaged. He's the third generation. So this is Prashant here.
Prashant, welcome.
Hi, hello all, and unfortunately it's a very busy time, so I haven't had a lot of time to prepare, but I've been listening into the call, and it sounds like it's excellent effort being put towards this cause. As always, I must say, obviously, Dr Satish Rai is also my relative. Ever since I've known him, his cause has always been consistently towards these fact-finding missions to go away and publish the truth, find out discovery of our background, of our history. And it's inspired myself, my brother, quite significantly to go away and undertake our own. We were fortunate enough to go to India 3 years ago and took our Nani there, and we went there. We made a documentary in part. My brother then also followed Dr Satish across to India for a couple of documentaries, which was excellent. And now I'm a CFO of a media business stream, and we do media monitoring. We deal with all the big players, Sky News, News Corp, News Limited, multi-million-dollar market, and we've grown significantly. So somehow it's landed me into the same space of media, and hopefully one day I can bring it all together and be involved more and help with some of these discoveries. But I think all the roads are all the paths are aligning now, because my professional experience and my personal connections with Dr. Satish have all come together. He's very well aware that I'm very keen to be involved in these things more, but unfortunately, I've worked for the last 3 hours on the road, and I'll be working all night as well. It's just the nature of my role at the moment, but at some stage we'll hopefully be able to come together more and involve and assist each other. So thank you for the opportunity to say some words, but that's really it from my end.
Thank you, Prashant, for joining your comments. And next time we are in India together, we'll go to our villages together, and a lot of other things to do, food making and things like that. And now, Vishnu, please, I would love to hear your voice.
No, well, I'm sorry. I didn't listen in, so I wasn't sure what was discussed. So it wouldn't be fair for me to comment.
But can I just tell you, Vishnu, that we heard the Jenny Swasti. She lives in Switzerland. She has taken our last 3 years and finally connected with her village. And now this whole village in Ballia is part of her family, a relative. So that's what he talked about, and also networking globally, as well as with our counterparts in India.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Oh, okay, great. So that's wonderful.
Yeah. And Swasti, Vishnu is a very important member of our team. He spends a lot of time in India, and he's a bit shy. That's why we don't see him on camera. One of these days, he's going to show his handsome face to us.
And I do visit Auckland from time to time.
Well, Vishnu, you have also traced your ancestry and your roots, and you met your family back in India several years ago.
Azamgarh and Gazipur.
Oh.
Yeah. Azamgarh is not too far from Ballia. And unfortunately, Dennis could not join us. In fact, Dennis who's the president of Global Girmitya Association, also lives in New York, as well as Ashok and Vishnu. His village is in Ballia itself, and he's been running a project, Vihara project in Ballia for more than 10 years. So one day you'll get to meet Dennis as well.
Yes, so we can go all together once.
Yeah. Well,
do a big program over there. You'll be good.
Yes. Well, let's wait for COVID to finish so that we. I cannot wait to go back to India, and I think all of us, Rattan Bhai, Ashok, will have to organize something in India so we can all meet together. And now, just final few sentences from each of you before we finish our session today. We can start once again with Rattanji.
Thank you very much, Satish, for doing this one, and thank you. And I loved meeting you all, the rest of us of the panel for the first time. Let's hope it's not last. Let's keep talking, and if I can do anything from out here from New Zealand towards the cause, very much happy to do so. Have the connections of the community here. Most of them are Fiji Indian communities, but also network well with the Indian communities. I have connections in most of the cities, popular cities of the places that the Girmityas go. Delhi, Lucknow, Basti, Gorakhpur, all these areas. So I have people in there, so happy to help whenever we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Rattan Bhai. Ashokji?
My wife's family is from Gorakhpur. I was able to trace that but I've not been able to trace mine because the records from 1853, when my great-grandfather arrived in British Guyana at that time, that book with all the immigration passes, that book is missing, as many others. So that is tough for me to accept. The only thing I know is that he left in 1853 on one line in a register, and that's it. But we need to pursue this on a broader scale and see that we leave this in some kind of form that others can follow. Our job is to document it and have these conversations and make the connections so that others can follow. We are not going to be here forever, so we have to lay down the tracks. Thank you. Thank you, Swasti. Thank you, Satish.
Thank you, Ashok. Pramodh, please, your last thoughts.
Yeah, I believe that Aditya Yogi, the Chief Minister for UP, is also from Gorakhpur, if I'm not mistaken. So, if there is any chance of getting in contact with him and trying to seek some help and connect with him, so that'll be great. Yes.
Yeah, Pramod, that's one of my co-aims when I get back to India and UP, and hopefully we can get some assistance from Ashokji and Vishnu as well. We need to, and Rattan Bhai, we need to get connected to Yogiji and the governments of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. And
by the way, just I have in Banaras also the tourism board. One of the board members is my friend. The tourism board of Banaras. So if there's anything that needs to be done that way.
Excellent. We always need that. And Vishnu, your thoughts on networking, and especially having a core team in India and we getting connected with the team there.
Yeah, well, actually, we have built association with a number of universities, as well as a couple of NGOs and individuals as well from various colleges, and they are they're interested in working with us. Some of them are into the indentured Girmitya study. So we will tap into those networks, particularly in UP, where we seem to have great affiliation.
And thank you, Vishnu and Swasti. Hopefully we'll get Dilip Giri on this dialogue soon. If you can have a chat with him, I'll also send him an email, and then we'll gather again. And hopefully with a few more people, please do send me emails of the people you think would be part of our team. And I'll arrange a dialogue with a conversation with all of us. Okay, then I think we have talked quite a bit.
Quite 1 hour.
It's a dinner time for us. Once again, Ashok, it must be breakfast time for you. So we'll say goodbye to each other.
Thank you. Have a good day, good evening, all the best. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashok. Thank you, Pramodh.
Namaste.
Thank you, Swasti.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
And it's a goodbye from me, Satish Rai.